the camera. They don't want to stare at the back of your head. You are very handsome though. I think we can just stare at you all the time. Look at this big neck. Look at that big neck. What's up, guys? I was curling my hair and I had a little moment and I thought I would, while it's in my head, record it right now for you guys. I'm going to call this Confessions of an Instagrammer. Creepers of YouTube. What are you doing? So weird. Yeah, and the silver has kind of disappeared out of my hair. A few washes and it's all gone. So I'm gonna kind of back it up a little bit to when it all started. I had no idea. I wasn't expecting that where I am today, it would have gone that way. But in the very beginning of the whole social media thing, within that first year, I felt like I had to uphold a certain image. I felt like I had to be perfect all the time. I couldn't show any flaws because otherwise people were gonna judge me. If I didn't uphold this perfect image, that people weren't gonna follow me anymore. You know, people weren't gonna look up to me the same way. I was putting so much pressure on myself to be a certain way that I started actually getting unhappy. Like, I wasn't enjoying what I was posting on social media. I felt like I couldn't show my scars. I felt like, I'm not gonna show the tiger stripe. I felt like I always had to have a certain pose to like always be exaggerated with everything I did, so I just looked all the time. It was exhausting, so exhausting. I was worrying way too much of what other people thought of me. One day I was sitting down and I was thinking, okay, do I want to look like this plastic robot? HunnyBuns robot. Or am I just gonna let it all out? Regardless, the good, bad, the fluctuations in weight, the scars, the stretch marks, the zits, and I went, you know what? Screw it. I need to stop like worrying about what other people think. I need to stop focusing on all these like comments of people dictating how I should be, how I should live my life, or questioning why I'm doing what I'm doing. Once I decided that, I accepted that, you know what? If people don't like me, social media just kind of goes down like this, and nobody cares anymore. HunnyBuns Fit kind of fades away. Whatever. At least I'm living my life and being true to myself, and I'm not, not living this fake image anymore. So you always see negative comments, you always see positive comments, and it's either one or the other. It's positive or negative. Somebody's gonna either be tearing you down, always gonna have some opinion about what you're putting out there. Then you have the people who are always so positive and always just lifting you up. Part of just being human, we always radar on the negative. Even if it's one negative comment out of hundreds, we focus on that one thing. Even now, being 100% real, just putting them out there, I still get negative comments, you guys. But the fact that I just don't care. I don't sit there and hone in on the negative comments and let them affect me, because when you're being 100% real, everything's just laid out on the table. What is there to hide? What is there to feel guilty about? You just actually feel 100 times more better. So when I see negative comments or somebody who's just being rude for no apparent reason, just somebody you don't even know, on social media. Me and Zach call them the keyboard warriors, because these are people that sit behind a computer and can just spew out a lot of negative things, but in reality, if they saw you in person, those people will not say that to your face. There might be a few people who just don't care and will just right in your face, but majority of people that sit there on their computer and just say out all the negative comments will not say it to your face. When there's negativity on Instagram, I what's the point of wasting your energy and trying to fight fire with fire, trying to do an Instagram post, haters, oh, to all my haters out there, this, you're just fueling that fire. You're actually just making it worse. Whatever, you're doing you. And that's all that should matter. You should not focus on any of that. You should just focus on you. Keep moving forward, keep being positive, keep being real, keep being 100% honest. That's all that matters. I mean, literally, if you guys have seen with my YouTube channels, you've seen with my pictures, you know, my stretch marks, my fluctuations in weight. I'm not always lean. I lose the definition, just everything. I have my good days, I have my bad days. I just started putting it all out there. Just stopped worrying so much. Who wouldn't want real anyway? Everybody was like, whoom. They loved it so much more than when I was trying to have this specific image of being perfect all the time. And being able to relate with somebody who inspires you and you look up to, but still being able to relate, I think means so much more than when you look at somebody and going, oh my gosh, they are so beyond perfect. They never have a bad moment, never have a flaw. I mean, you're gonna eventually look at that and that's just not gonna be ideal to you. You're gonna give up trying to look and be like that because it's not real. Be real from the beginning. There is nothing you'll have to hide, nothing that you'll have to defend. I mean, people can like throw stuff at you and you're all like, I already put it out there, so who cares? So many other women out there that are doing the same thing, women that you look up to, and you know, they're struggling with that own thing, and we put so much pressure on ourselves to think that we have to be a certain way when we really don't have to. You know, you can have such a more peaceful, relaxing life when you don't worry about all those things. You know, and I had a situation recently happen. A few girls actually, close friends and women that I didn't even know, who had admitted to me that they look at certain women on Instagram. They say that they feel so bad because they can't even get close to what these women look like, and they work their butts off. And it makes me wonder how many other women feel that way when you're trying to look so perfect. You know, you're either using Photoshop, you're using apps, or you're getting tons and tons of surgeries done in your face and your butt. And, you know, I've heard they've got procedures now that actually like give you abs. So they like suck out fat or something. I recently heard about this one, but literally it's like a liposuction or something, that they take the fat around your abs, so you have a six-pack all the time, even if you're heavier everywhere else. So they have all these things now, and majority of people aren't going to admit to that. I've got this, I've had this done, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. They're just going to say, oh, diet, exercise, and hard work. And in reality, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So many of these women look up to these people and try so hard to look like them. And they're trying to do it the natural way with hard work and diet and exercise. And then they get down on themselves because they're nowhere near what these models on Instagram look like. You know, they beat themselves up because they think that they're doing something wrong. You know, I had to remind them. I said, okay, so one thing you gotta remember is everybody's body type is different. Everybody's gonna hold fat differently. Everybody's, you know, some people have metabolisms. You know, they may not be doing anything and their metabolism's just like on fire, and they stay lean all the time. And they can still eat a lot. You know, everybody's different. But then I also had to remind them that there's more behind the scenes than what you just see on social media. You can't compare yourself and focus so much on a picture on Instagram. Be real, accept yourself in all forms, and you're gonna be so much happier. You're not gonna feel like a failure if you just accept yourself as you are in all different forms and just keep working hard every day towards your goals. From my own experience, when you accept yourself as you are, you end up seeing yourself in a whole new light. You're like, wow, I look good. You just start seeing it that way when you stop focusing on everybody else and start focusing more on yourself. Probably everything you're experiencing right now, or everything you haven't experienced, or things that you've gone through, I've gone through them too. I've had my own struggles, I've had to face my own demons, I've had to, you know, deal with problems at hand. I had to deal with insecurities. I just got on them like that. I was like, you know what? All right, Jen, we're gonna handle this. We're gonna take care of this. The person in the mirror, that's the person you want to be. That person that you see in the mirror, and that's the person that you want to be in competition with, is yourself. You don't want to focus on anybody else. Everybody is different, so you can't try to look like one person. You have to look like you. It's fair to you guys to just be real. You guys look up to so many people, and I think at least these fitness icons, these public figures, these people who are role models need to just be 100% honest with you, and you know, not pretend, not fake, not be dishonest just because they're, you know, of your own insecurities, or you're worried about an image or popularity or whatever it is. I know that I did struggle with that in the beginning, and now I don't care anymore. I'm all out there. Here you guys go, take it or leave it. But I just want to thank you guys so much for just being so supportive and so awesome. I mean, words can't even describe how amazing you guys are. Speaking of how amazing you guys are, I went to my P.O. box the other day. I have to get in a habit. I forgot about it. It was like almost 2 weeks, I think. But I have a whole box of stuff here, mostly letters, and I got some little goodies and stuff, but I think my absolute most favorite out of everything is getting the handwritten letters. I know what it's like writing out a letter, putting all your heartfelt thoughts, the emotions that go into writing these things. I know exactly that feeling, and you get so excited that you're writing this out to someone who inspires you, to someone who just makes you feel amazing. And so I have a whole bunch of these letters. I read all of them. I was crying, happy tears though. You know, I could imagine you guys sitting there just writing it out, and each word, you know, reading these letters, and each word, there was so much energy and so much emotion into it, and just so much love, you know. So being that person that I completely relate and know what you guys are feeling and going through when you were writing these letters, I think by far these are my absolute favorite. Keely, who wrote me, and Angela, this little cute little postcard. Hampton Club on YouTube. I have an Ashley and Amanda, it says love you on there. So we have Katie, who made this shirt for me, but look at how cute this is. Isn't that so cool? I freaking love it. That is me on there. Thank you so much, Katie. I love it. It was awesome, and I love the pink too. This was my first trip to my P.O. box. Again, I love the letters, you guys. They are probably by far my most favorite. It's more meaningful than an email and anything on internet. I think that actually handwritten letters, I wish people would do more of it actually. Like, you know, instead of texting and stuff like that, because we've kind of gone from that, you know, like used to have pen pals. For that, thank you so much for sending those. You guys are awesome. And I think that's enough of HunnyBuns confessions today. I know I'll have more later. I love you guys so much. Always remember, be yourself. Love you guys. Mwah.